Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. Man United podcast meets the analysis at Anfield podcast. So please keep all your questions. Sorry, bear with me, people. Please keep all your comments and all your questions, Manchester United and Liverpool related as well, people. So you can always get it on the screen as well. That's why to make sure it's running. So please keep all your questions, all your comments, Manchester United or Liverpool related. Make sure you bump up the likes as well. And obviously, we do have the Liverpool representative in the building. Saint is here. Yes, Saint, what are you telling me, fam? You good?
Bless up, G. Bless up. As always,
Yeah,
all good. We telling me
I'm
what's
blessed. Always look
a
forward to
little
this
bit,
show. You already
bit
know,
dark
man.
in here and that.
Always look forward to the show. Large up the chat as well as always. I'm sure there's a potential chance of news breaking whilst we're doing the show, as well as happened with many previous
Not for
shows
my blood clot team, but
as
yeah,
well.
cool.
Yeah,
Possibly.
you lot have been we're going to get into that because you lot are really quiet. Like there's been no
What
link.
happened to last week? What happened to, oh my gosh, you let to do so much. There's so much links. Everything is going on with you guys. My lord. Man gave it 7 days, man's hella quiet over there, isn't it? What
Yo, it's
happened,
mad
Flawless?
quiet, yo. I was
I
like,
told you, bro, circle over there with that shit, bro. Man's, oh my god, like you lot did McAllister, and you lot in for this guy and fuck it up, bro.
it's got mad quiet with you
I
lot.
hate to be that guy, like I hate to be that guy before things happen. Then this guy, and then it happens, and then I'm there. Like I told Joe, enough of
You
the links, bro. Give me the serious things, bro. Man, I ain't on Love Island, bro. Like, give me the serious things, bro. Get me serious things, me.
this ain't no Love Island.
Come on, man.
I said this ain't no Love Island thing. So you lot get your questions in. Obviously, anything for Manchester United, anything for Liverpool, even though there's not much going on. Big up to Stephanie G in the cut. Big up Stephen as well. Big up Warrior J. Says big up Flawless and Saint. Make sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new. Yes. Warrior J said, I think you might have another topic, Flawless. This is just in Inter Milan. I'm waiting to hear Manchester United's real intentions while waiting for an official offer for Andre Onana. And that's is Mazio. I don't know how reliable Di Marzio is. Somebody let me know. Even though I've seen him pop up on the socials before. It's fairly, yeah, I'm all for it again. But like Saint just said, with them being linked, that's Manchester United. We are interested FC, intentions FC, monitoring FC. Appreciate you FC. Like, how about, you know what I'd appreciate really? Some bits, you know what I'm saying? And not from Mason Mount. Because as you can see from the title, people, we're still chasing this man. Still chasing this man. Still. You know what I'm saying? We rejected one bid. The reports have come out saying we're gonna make another bid. We're still yet to make that. I'm just hoping they price him out of the move. That's what I'm hoping for. Kefrin Thuram is close to packing his bags. Liverpool have decided they want the player and are preparing
What
to make
is
an
the
offer.
long thing? We've been decided we want the player, bro. We've been decided we wanted the player. He's not coming from no big boy club, with all due respect to Nice, but it's Nice, bro. Like, it's a young peas, pay the peas and done. Oh, I don't understand.
Nah,
Like,
you right. You right. You spitting. You know what I'm saying? You spitting 100%. You right. Without doubt, man. You right. No, 100%. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I'm preparing to make an offer close to the demands of Nice, which is a minimum of 40 million euros. That is a light change. That is a light change.
Bro, and you're umming and ahhing and you're doing you see, let me move. Just got to move the money from the savings account to the, like, shut up and pay the fees, bro. Like, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? It's just dumb, bro. It's dumb, man. It's dumb.
Pay the money. Facts. Hey, big on my guy Jacob as well. United Spurs of America. Ed says, flawless thoughts on another youngster being sold for chump change. Iqbal going Eredivisie for 1 million. Yeah, is that £1 million? Or you say according to the Athletic? I'm in the minority on this. I'm not really too fussed. I say this all the time. I've been saying this all day because I've been asked about this on. This is like the third stream now because it broke on the Man United podcast I did earlier. The Manchester United fan base vastly overrate our youngsters on our academy. Like, if we're selling Zidane Iqbal, I'm not really gonna cry over it. People have said, "Oh, a million's light." Like, the most we're getting, he's done
how much first team
game?
How much first team games did man get? He got a light amount of first team games.
Barely, fam. We didn't see him at all last season. I don't think he played preseason. He played preseason, and then he was in the first team. Like, he was on preseason.
I see, man, in their first team squads, man was not chosen. So I don't understand. Like, now they're acting like he's like,
Our fan base, man. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And our fan base called, like, as much as there is a lot to criticize about Manchester United as Manchester United fans, I fully get that. I've criticized, you know what I'm saying, the club more than most. This is not one of them things. This is not one of them things to cry about that we haven't signed. I mean, that we sold Zidane Iqbal. People acting like we sold the second coming of Zidane. You know what I'm saying? It's Zidane Iqbal, not Zinedine Zidane.
Is
Like,
he
that's
the youth? Is he the youth with the hair, or was that
yeah,
Hannibal?
he's with the hair. Yeah, no, wait. Is he got the hair? Let us know in the chat, please. I know who
See,
you're talking about.
you see, look at no, and I wasn't even saying that. Bro, do you see what I'm saying? And bro, two man, one of them actually being a Man United fan. We're sitting there thinking, which one is he? Was he my man? Because it was Hannibal that looked like Sideshow Bob. He had, bro, do you get it? And you man are talking like that's, bro. Come on, bro. Like,
yeah,
come on,
like
man.
that's it. And I've been making this point, and I said it on the fan calling show earlier. I said it on the Monday Night podcast I did earlier with Rhino. Big up to Rhino. How many, apart from Kaneki, and I asked the question, and there was one name that got mentioned, and Kaneki was right. Out of all the players we've sold in the past 30 years, who have come through Carrington and come through our academy and have been hyped up, the only one that's been successful at the highest level we let go is Pogba. That's it, people. In 30 years, in 3 decades, probably longer than 3 decades, but we'll say 3 decades. For like the class of 92, cool, yeah, they came through and did their thing. In regards to players we've let go, and players who have played in our first team, there's a handful in terms of,
and even
players
that,
who have
yeah,
played in
in
our
terms
first
of
team.
street reputation, boom. But like when you say you're successful as well,
Yeah, like
you
we
know
can
what?
make professional footballers. Yeah, like Manchester United, Carrington's great for that in terms of making professional, like, footballers who can play in the Premier League, can play in Championship, League One, League Two, can go elsewhere and play. But to succeed at the highest level, the only one's Pogba. That's it. All the players who have been hyped up. Ghana was Ghana a couple seasons ago. It was Ghana. Ghana was the one. And now look, he's on Everton's bench. I'm saying, like, what are we doing here? Man said Danny Simpson and Drinkwater. Yeah, it's supposed so. You know what I'm saying? But they were one-offs. What did they do before that or after that? Danny Simpson, nothing. Where's Danny Drinkwater? Last time I seen him, he was fighting with Tottenham under 23s. What are we doing here? Like, no, there hasn't been, like, consistency. It's Pogba and that's it. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, Paul, no, again, let me reiterate this. Youth players we let go, I'm talking about. So like this, who didn't really get their chance in the first team or played a handful of games. So I'm not talking about youth players who came through, we then sold and then went on and went elsewhere. So I'm not talking about a Johnny Evans. I'm not talking about a Danny Welbeck. I'm talking about Zidane Iqbal's, Ghana's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when I'm saying what, I'm just ignoring that last comment. But my point is, people need to stop over hyping our youth players. They're not that good. This is why they don't go anywhere and do anything of note. Pogba's the only one. Legit is the only youth player we've let go who's gone on to actual heights and competed consistently and compete at the highest level. So domestic titles and in Europe. Now, what are we doing here? What are we doing? PK wanted to leave James. And we had Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, so he wasn't going to play. And to Steven, this is another thing. Flawless United are moving slow this season. The preseason starts in 3 weeks. We got a Liverpool fan on the show. Saint, how many players are you lot signed this season?
1.
Okay. To the chat, I'll do this. Chelsea have signed 0 players. Arsenal have signed 0 players. Manchester City have signed 1 player. Like, relax. Spurs have signed 0 players. So if we're moving slow, everybody moving slow. People just gotta relax and doing too much. There's plenty to criticize with Manchester United.
And let me say, yeah, like, in terms of, like, I think Flawless is spot on. Like, he's hit the nail on the head. I'm just saying it in terms of my team, my POV, yeah, because I'm looking at a team that doesn't spend money, that likes to do up bargains, and this transfer window, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know of a transfer. I can't think of one where it's been so, like, amplified. Everyone needs players. Do you know the ones that everyone's in the marketplace looking for, like there's a lot of overhauls in teams. So, like, I'm looking like, and generally speaking, we like to do our business early. Klopp likes to have his recruits in early as possible in his preseason. So that's the only reason why I'm sitting here a bit like, walk on, innit? You know, like that. But generally speaking, people do need to chill. It has only been like, what, a week and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Relax.
so
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Relax. And to man who are talking about Chelsea signing Nkunku and Gusto, they weren't done this
they
window.
were done last season, bro.
They were done last season, so they know they don't count. Because
Wait,
Manchester United, they don't count. Like, no. And Nkunku and Gusto don't count because they were done prior to the window. So to be specific, I'm talking about within this window, who has done business. We've seen Liverpool sign one player and good player. That was because of the release clause. Manchester United have signed 0 players. Tottenham have signed 0 players. Manchester City, I believe, have got Kovacic over the line as one player.
Arsenal doing a whole bag of this
Arsenal
and that.
signed
They
0
haven't
players.
signed any players, like
yes,
like
Arsenal have signed 0 players. So Manchester United have not fallen behind anybody. We're moving slow. Everybody moving slow. The window just opened like last week. I think it's been 6-7 days. Like, what are we doing, man? Yeah, Chelsea basically had Nkunku and Gusto. I'm talking about this window. I'm not talking about players you signed in January of the season before and then now they're here. No, because then we can include loan players and that coming back. Like, what are we doing? Come on, you lot, man. There's no like. There is a time to be concerned. It's not now. 3 weeks when preseason starts, then there's a time to assess it.
Yep.
But this whole thing of moving slow and people are outraged because we signed Zidane Iqbal. Like, all right, if what we're gonna do, line up this season with Casemiro next to Zidane Iqbal. Was that the plan? Is that the someone let me know in it? Like, I know I'm looking at this from I'm in the minority of this, but yeah, I think people are just go over the top. Do you think Ten Hag has poor talent ID? People keep saying this. No, I don't. Do I like every
you can
player
really
he
say
signed?
that? Like, you haven't given it enough time. He hasn't even really had a full window. Like, you have to let him get the guys, let them flop, and then say that. Like,
yes. The only player we've been linked with I don't like people with any Vim is Mason Mount. I like the window we just had. Casemiro was an obvious signing. Eriksen was an obvious signing. Martinez has been our best player, so I give him credit for that. Malacia showed promise. Anthony needs to improve, but I like what he brought. And all of those players I mentioned contributed to Manchester United having a good season. So that's it. So do I think he has poor talent ID? No, I think people just getting lost with the Mason Mount thing and the style. I think that's the switch because it was perceived that he was gonna come here and play a possession-based style, but he seems to be going away from that, and I don't have an issue with that. Just go get the best possible players for that style. That's all it is. I just think we have to hold our club to high standards. But I see what you're saying. We do hold the club to high standards, but we gotta give the club ample chance to either succeed or fail. Plus, we know how
we start judging them on certain things. Like you can't, you know what I mean? It's mad.
Well, like that's what it is. Yeah, yo, Dan is just you. Man's 20, so he's not even like he's 17. Facts, man, he's 20, and we still ain't seen him do anything. So don't get why guys went crazy about Iqbal because it's just a promise. Because he was mentioned, he played in preseason, and he was with the first team squad. Our fan base, like, there's plenty to criticize with Manchester United. So much. Like what's in the title. If there's something to get pissed off about, is Mason Mount. That's something where I'm like, yeah, that's fair. But selling Zidane Iqbal for a 1 million to Urech into Eredivisie, I'm not really fussed. I'm sorry in it. Like, our season isn't dependent on that. Because this time next year, I think in January, we ain't going to be mentioning him. And if he goes there and balls out, guess what? Our mistake. But more often than not, we've got this right. Because like I said, the only one we've got wrong is Pogba. That was it. That's it. People overrate these youth players way, way, way too much. Big up Victor as well. Large up. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat as well. Yes, I did see this in regards to Damari Gray. A complete side note. He can now play for Jamaica. Love that. You know what I'm saying? More players of Caribbean and African descent need to do that, in my opinion. Go and play for your Caribbean nation or African nation. United need to clarify De Gea's situation, and the event of him leaving, United would focus on Inter Milan's Onana. From that, is that Matteo Bazzaghi? I'm with that. We need a new goalkeeper. So I'm fully on board with that. Let's do that. And I wanted to get to something else as well. Alex says Arsenal are being proactive and showing intent now. So why? Because they're making bids. So I don't think Kai Havertz is proactive and showing intent. I think that's a backward step. Out of all the big 6 teams, that's the worst signing. Out of all the ones been mentioned, McAllister to Liverpool, us with Mount, City with whoever they've been linked with, Spurs who they've been linked with, Chelsea that's terrible. And they've not signed no one. So I'm not fussed about being proactive and showing intent. You know what would be proactive and showing intent? going giving West Ham the money that they want. Everyone knows West Ham want 90, 100 million. So why are you bidding 60, 70 million? Go pay the money if you want the player. Similar to what Saint was talking about with Thuram. Go pay the money. Why are you messing around and dilly-dally? And I'm not worried about proactive and intent. Arsenal haven't signed anybody yet. And one of them players is a step backwards for them. Multiples. He ain't a step backwards. He the whole staircase. He's not a step down. He's the whole staircase. I'm sorry. Awful signing, Kai Havertz. But hey, we move. Before we continue, let's bump up the likes. There's over 70 of you lot in the building. Only at 35 likes, though. What are we doing, man? Only at 35 likes. Get that up to 50 likes, people. Get that up to 50 likes.
Man.
It is. To TBG says, so don't mention Rice and Timber. They haven't signed Rice and they haven't signed Timber. Personally, do I think Arsenal will get Rice? No. Timber, potentially. Yeah, exactly. They've been proactive in getting rejected because if it was Manchester United and we was getting rejected for players, it'd be like, see, we're getting rejected. Some people just want to complain. That's what I noticed. People just want to complain. That's not how negotiations work. You just don't slap the money on the table. All right, let's see if they don't pay more. Guarantee you, if Arsenal sign Rice, it will be north of 90 million. It'll be the original price.
But they've already knocked back 90 million from them.
Did they knock back 90? Was it that much?
Well, 75 up front with add-ons, and they knocked it back.
So to say that's not how negotiations work, you don't just slap the money on the table. Guaranteed, if he does end up at Arsenal, which I personally don't think he will, because I don't know if Arsenal will pay that money. It'll be the money they wanted. So you've just wasted time. Like, let's not do this. I'm saying, same way with Timber, pay the money, because what is it supposed to be 50 million up front, but then he has a release clause? Well, hey, we move. West Ham want 100 million plus. Is this right?
Yeah. They want 120.
What?
They're looking for 120. So like, if you're not in, you know what I mean? That's what they're looking for. Or like that in a player.
Yeah, Arsenal ain't paying that. I don't think Arsenal are paying. That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Arsenal are paying that. You gotta pay the money, man. But hey, in it. I'm saying Arsenal are being proactive and showing intent. Yeah. Do you go to Apple and negotiate? Pay the damn thing. Pay the money in it. It's really not that much of an issue. Hey, you lot continue to get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United or Liverpool related as well. And you can see from the title, I did want to ask Saint this. Saint, can Liverpool be the closest challengers to Manchester City, in your opinion?
No.
You don't think so? How come? You don't think you can be the best of the rest? Because let's call it what it is. We know that the Premier League's a farmers league. No. I hate that term, but I just use it, just for jokes. Go on.
I hear you where you're coming from. To be very honest with you, like, this is a very important summer for us because it will show us exactly where we're looking to go. I don't know whether we're heading back to the heights that I've known under Klopp, or if we're going back to challenge him for top 4, which, as it stands right now, is where I think we're going. Do you know what I mean? So, like, we're not really positioning ourselves as a club that's like, whoa, you know what? That year was mental, right? Let's get back onto track and let's really try and, do you know? Nah, bro. Like, nothing would what. An early acquisition of McAllister, that isn't like reading through. Do you see what if all the people that they're talking about, the Kones, the Thurams, next go and get all of them. That would show me the intent. Like, yo, you know what? Okay, cool. They're all young. They're all like all 30, 40 million. Like, they're all within the price range of, do you know what I mean? They'll all if they do well, they'll all triple their value. So go and cop all 3 of them. Let's move on. Man. Then I'll be like, yo, we look like something's changed, something clicked in us. Right now, no, not at all, bro. No.
Yeah, no, I fully hear that. Well, why I was saying that, the reason why I asked that, because I was having that debate on Never a Foul, and shout out to the Never a Foul gang, and we're talking about like who's the closest to Manchester City, because like they're the best team in the country, we know this. So it's just a question of, all right, who will be closest to them? Obviously, it's window dependent, but yeah, go on, fam.
People are downplaying. It depends how you see this. People are thinking that this is just a slip, like, oh, Liverpool just slipped. Do you know what I mean? I personally don't think that. I think this is now, if we don't sort ourselves out, and I've said this to you, Flawless, we don't sort ourselves out like expeditiously, this is now our trajectory. Do you get it? Like, so that's why I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I'm seeing, so a lot of people, I think that's the mind state they're saying. It is like, oh yeah, listen, forget this season, but they're looking at us. Do you know what I mean? They were nearly did the quad. Like, of course they, nah, bro. Like, nah.
Nah, fairs. Let's see what else you lot are saying. And again, don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people. Link for the membership. And if you super chat, I will get straight to your comment or your question. Please keep all your comments, questions, Manchester United or Liverpool related as well. Mohammed says, first, would you rather keep De Gea and get a good player, or sell De Gea and get a new goalkeeper? I might not get a new player we need. If we have to do that, then we're fucked anyway. I'd rather sell De Gea, get a new goalkeeper, and get the players that we need, which is capable. We are capable of doing that. Now, if we want to do it, if we will do it, is a whole different conversation. But we don't have to go out and get expensive players. Yes, we've been linked with Onana. Yes, we've been linked with Acosta and Young, Arroyo, who would all cost X amount. But you can go and get a cheaper goalkeeper. You can go and get cheaper players who are of a certain quality. But like I always bang on about, that's what your scouts are there for. That's what your recruitment team is there for, is to go and find these players. Because this time next year, when me and Saint are doing this show, and we just randomly might get onto the best goalkeepers in Europe, we're going to mention someone who no one's heard of right now, or no one's talking about right now, should I say. And we're going to be like, oh, such and such is a quality goalkeeper. He's worth X amount. He's been linked to such and such. And it's going to happen with every single position on the pitch. Centre backs, full backs, defensive midfielders, attacking midfielders, wingers, left wing, right wing, and strikers. So that's why when people talk about, oh, there's no value in the market. No, there's no obvious signings. But all these players, the vast majority of the players we're talking about now in terms of prices, what unknown. Like, look at Caicedo for an example. We're talking, 89, 100 million. This time last year, nobody knew who he was.
Trust me.
Nobody knew who Caicedo was. There was no conversation about him whatsoever. Now we're saying 80, 90, 100. If he goes Chelsea, but we're saying 90 M's. Just for example. Like, so it's like, scouts, I say all the time. Flawless, what's your ideal transfer window? Sheikh Jassim gets here, and then we ship out a lot of these players and get in a whole lot of quality. Because I don't rate the vast majority of this team. New goalkeeper for starters. In terms of first team, new goalkeeper, 2 fullbacks, 2 midfielders, someone to play alongside Casemiro, someone that had a Bruno, a striker, and a striker. And that's just the first team. Never mind squad players. Hell of a lot. I don't rate this team. I really, really don't. Let's see what else. Who you are saying as well. Saint, are you worried that Liverpool would not sign more players in the market?
Oh, like, I don't think that we're that dumb. Like, even me, like, I as pessimistic as I can be about my own team, I don't think that they're that stupid. Also, as well, is because of how bad they did last summer and how bad we did this season. Like, I think like even the most staunchest top red is like, yeah, like, you get it, like, you man are bringing in, do you know what I mean, sufficient. Like, I don't think that any top red would really be like, yeah, we can challenge Man City with only the addition of McAllister. Like, come on. Like, nah, I don't even think that, like, I don't think there's anyone out there that's that stupid. So no, I'm just worried that they dilly-dally and their first targets then get sniped by people that are serious. People talking about transfers aren't that easy. You can't just put that. Go and talk to Real Madrid about that. Like, go and talk to man that are serious. They never seem to be in any type of negotiations. They just, how much you want for that? How much you want?
Yeah,
say like, here you go. Boom.
Yeah, facts.
So that's my thing, in it, that we end up then getting some freebies and all these, man. Do you know what I mean? But we will definitely get more. We have to. There's no way. We have to.
No, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you not signing anybody else at all.
No, bro, it can't. It's impossible, bro. Impossible.
And Ed says it here, saying, what's the right back situation saying? I think Trent stays in midfield or goes back, and then you get another right back regardless. Because obviously everyone's been waxing lyrical about Trent because he played against North Macedonia and Malta for England, and he did play central. And I watched both those games, and he played well. So here are the teams that we mentioned, people. Here are the nations I just mentioned: North Macedonia and Malta. And I had the commentary, and the commentary team was trying to hype it up. Like these are any nation, any form of nations of any substance.
They never lose 3 like this. They never lose like this. I mean, they normally get beaten, but they don't get battered. Like, shut up. To be honest with you, like I said, yeah, I would. I personally, yeah, I don't think Trent wants to play right back, and I don't think that it's good. Like, if that's the case, then let him play midfield in it, like, because it's clear like he just doesn't want to play right back anymore in it, like, and the tenacity, the want, the concentration you would need to make that position work. You need someone who's really there on it. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, fuck it, leave it. Like, but yeah, that would mean that we need to get another right back, someone that's adequate. Been saying that anyways. Been saying that from time. We needed someone to be able to push Trent, because you can't put all of that onus on one young kid's shoulders like that. Obviously we've been linked with man like Carl Walker, and I don't know what validity that really.
Oh, it's actually been links. I didn't know about that. That's news to me.
Young links to Carl
young
Walker.
links. Okay.
Which would make sense. It would definitely make sense. I understand it. I just don't know how true that is, if they'd sell to us and if we're really even. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, them things.
Nah, Fez. I'm saying Fez. Like I said, yeah, it would be interesting if they would indeed sell to you. Flawless, do you think the hair declined or his attributes have become sort of irrelevant? More the latter. More so, the game's just moved on, and that's what it is. Like, you have to do so much more as a goalkeeper. Kind of like, speaking of fullbacks, like, you as a fullback now, you have to be good on the ball. You have to be. As a defender, you have to be better on the ball. You can't just be a defender who defends and then gets the ball and kicks it in the stand. You have to have, if you're playing at a high level, some form of ability with the ball at your feet. You have to be at least competent. You don't have to be outstanding. You don't have to be clipping 70-yard diagonals, but you have to be competent. And if you're not, as a goalkeeper, as a centre half, or even as a right back or a fullback, I should say, yeah, it's a wrap. So it's time to be moved on. Steven says, Flawless, do you think the fan base have been a bit classless by thrashing a 10 plus year player who hasn't been terrible and has given a lot to the club? Yeah, to an extent. Do I believe some of the criticism of De Gea has been over the top? Yes. But then on the flip side, that's just how football fans are. The criticism will be over the top. Sometimes the praise will be over the top. That's just what it is. And football, in terms of like giving a lot to the club, like I was saying this earlier, this is not a loyal sport. It's not. It's a what have you done for me lately? Like someone said in the chat.
Janet Jackson shit. Trust me. So it's some Janet Jackson shit, bro. Yeah. Those of you that are old enough to know, you know, like that. It's some what have you done for me lately shit.
Yeah. So what have you done? Yeah, it's what have you done for me? Like, legit. That's what it is. And let's not forget all this. Oh, he gives so much to the club. De Gea tried to leave. And if it wasn't for a fax machine, he would have left. And add on top of that as well, in regards to him in him trying to leave, he also kicked up a fuss and also was benched by Van Gaal for Romero. So this whole thing about him giving a lot to the club, he tried to bounce because he thought, you know what I'm saying, the grass was greener on the other side. So this is why I don't really have too much sympathy for players, because I understand that this is not a loyal sport. And the only thing at football clubs that are constant are the fans. Saint won't support Liverpool regardless. I'm going to support Manchester United regardless. People want it to be a loving, not saying you, Stephen, but just in general. People want too much. I want my player to love just perform on the pitch. Same way, and I used this analogy before, when I go McDonald's, I don't need the person at McDonald's to love their job. Please just get me my nuggets. That's all I ask for. Give me my nuggets, give me my wrap, my fries. Thank you. That's it. You don't need to love your job. Just perform. That's all I care about. So yeah, with the hair, it's just time to be moved on. That's it. Like it's just time to be moved on. Also, the hair is also getting paid handsomely for his services. That too. I would get verbally abused for the amount of money he's on. Give me half. Just give me 10%. And I'll be like, all right, cool. to this as well, to Jonathan, who says how United gave Rashi that stupid wage, 375k a week. What is the source of this, Jonathan? Because I did see this, but I didn't see no source. So if someone knows the source,
Yeah, I've
like
seen
an
it as well. To be
incredible
fair,
source.
he's the most paid apparently. He's highest paid or something like that.
No. This is a new deal for him. He's been offered a new contract.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To be the highest paid.
Oh, see, is it to be the highest paid? Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't know the source. Okay, fairs. You know what I'm saying? Says Warrior J says here, back to the Trent thing. So Saint, do you see Klopp using Trent as an inverted fullback then in the 23-24 season?
Yeah, I think so, man.
You reckon it's inverted? You don't think he starts in central midfield? You think he starts as a right back and inverts?
It all depends on the summer. I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but do you know what I mean? If you don't get a right back in replacement, I think he does the inverted thing, and then gets the centre backs to shift and cover. Do you know what I mean? If he does get someone who he thinks is capable, then I think he may be like, yeah, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll get one more and then I'll use Trent. Do you know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the acquisitions. It will show me his intention on the use of Trent. Will show me who we get in or lack thereof. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's fair. That's fair. Back to that, Lucas said it's significantly over 300k a week. Romano, hey, do your job. Yeah, man, I'm on the keynote thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the key. Yo, and he performed last season. I can't really ask too much more from him. Last season, he performed. The season before, last season? He didn't. He criticized. This past season just gone. This season just gone. He performed, and I praised him. The season before, I criticized because he was shocking. That's just how it goes. If you perform, you get praise, you get your money. You perform poorly, you get criticized. There's what it is. Like when it was rumors of him wanting to leave, I was like, all right, let him go. Well, he proved me wrong this past season. I didn't expect that from him. I didn't know he had that level of performance. I didn't at all. And he had little to no help this season whatsoever in terms of attack. And he contributed towards having a good season. So I'm with it, man. Like, yo, get your money. Do I think 375k, if that is the actual figure, is a bit too much? Yes, but not much. He asked for 300k, but that's probably about right. You're our best to tackle, so you can ask for that. He's our best to tackle, clearly, currently right now. It's not even a debate. There ain't no one close to him. Zero. And he's performed as well. None of our other attackers performed to a high level that he did. Rashi ain't good enough. I'd cash in if there's buyers on him.
Wow.
So I wouldn't go on. I wouldn't say all that. I think worst case scenario is a squad player. Yeah. I think worst case scenario is a squad player. Because of his attributes. I like Rashford. Like I said, from what he's done this season, I just want him to replicate it. I need you to put it back to back now. That's what it is. And if Vinny's only earning 200k-ish, that's on Vinicius Jr. He should be earning more. He's being underpaid. Vinicius Jr. is only on 200. I don't know when his contract runs out, but he needs to be looking at that. I don't know how long he's got left, but he should be on more than that. Because he's arguably the best in Europe in his position. Arguably. Not saying he is or he isn't, but he's up there. He's top 3. So you should be paid top 3. Get your bread.
Can I just say something? Do you know? Oh, you can't even hate these man. You just have to just laugh at it. Do you know the excuse these men are saying for the racial abuse to him?
What are you saying?
They're saying that they were scratching their armpits. Fucking hell, man.
Is that what he was doing? Forkrees, yo. Forkrees doing the monkey thing. That is Forkrees.
They said they were scratching their
That
armpits.
is Forkrees, yo. That is Forkrees.
That's what I was having to go through. Oh my days, bro. Crazy.
And to Alex United, who says 100 mil right now, I'm taking it. I'm taking 100 mil for all these, man. Take Casemiro, Martinez, and Varane out of it. I'm taking 100 million for all of them. Like, that's not really, what's it called? That's not really a marker. None of our players are worth 100 million. Apart from those 3 to me. I'm taking 100 million for everybody else. What are we talking about? 100 M's for any of these players. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really a marker. Like, get a bit. None of these men ain't worth that. Rashford was playing for a new contract. Let's be honest. Hey, he performed. I don't care why. We'll see next season. If he falls off, then he won't play. He'll get dropped, which has happened before. Good to hear on Lisandro Martinez. Shouldn't he be our captain, flawless, my player? I'm not really too fussed about who the captain is, to be honest. I think people put too much stake and too much too much thought goes into who's the captain. If you're a captain, you're gonna display captain-like tendencies anyway. You're not gonna get the captain's armband and act more like a captain. If you're a leader, you're gonna lead naturally. Like them attributes are going to be there. All our great captains were captains before they got the armband. Somebody mentioned Roy Keane. Roy Keane was a leader and a captain before he got the armband. Like, so, and I'm sure Saint can mention Liverpool players who were like that as well. Before they got the armband, were captain like.
Yeah, 100.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Let's go. There we go. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Flawless. Having a manager that knows what he's doing makes all the difference in how the players perform on the pitch. Even Neymar would have flopped under Oli. Oh, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, of course. Having a quality manager in the dugout helps, without doubt. Oh, is Vinicius getting a new contract? Yeah, he's going to get a big deal then. He's going to get a big deal, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? So get your what's it called? And Alex, speak up. What was I talking about? What was I talking about that you disagree with? Let's have the conversation. What was you talking about? I'm always up for debate. So what was I talking about on the other stream? Because when I'm on other streams, I don't read the comment section, people. So I'm not ignoring any of you lot. But before we continue, let's bump up the likes. We're over 100 likes. Get us up to 80 likes, people. Get us up to 80 likes. Hey, out of context, don't time him out. Don't do that. But we're at 53 likes, scales up to 80 likes, people. And go and subscribe to the channel. Let him say what he's gonna say out of context. Because he's here. So let him say what he's gonna say. I want to know what he was talking about, because I don't know what stream he was chatting about. And subscribe to the channel as well, man. We're at 6,908. We're looking for 2 more subscribers. There's over 100 of you in the building. So let's hit that subscribe button as well. Continue to get your questions in. Yeah, if he was disrespectful, so he's being respectful here. So that means he's lying. So let him say what he's got to say. He's here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him say what he's got to say, because he's here. He ain't said nothing here. So he was comfortable saying it over there if he did indeed say it. But I don't hold no grudges.
What are we saying about this this Chelsea cheating thing?
What are you saying about it? What are you saying about it?
It's a bit techie, isn't it? Like, now, listen, it's unfortunate, because that's just how football is now. Like, you know, them ones there, like, it's mad. Like, I'm just waiting for my team to come and join the party, because I'm not trying to get left behind. Like, do you know what I mean? You know, like that. But it is a bit techie. I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very suspect, man. It's suspect, bruv. Like, boy. Mad thing, innit?
Nah, it to me, like, they're not doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So far,
ethically though. So
yeah. I just don't understand it from the Saudi Arabian perspective. I don't get it. Why would you go and sign all these? But people are doing that here.
Yeah, because you got to remember, I get it for their perspective, because you're trying to bump up the league, innit? So you have to do that. It's listen like the American league. They have to do that. The American league.
I hear that, but at least go and sign decent players though. It's not even like they're signing either quality players or high profile.
Their names though. You're signing names.
Koulibaly?
Yeah, it's names, bro.
Are they names?
It's names, bro. You know what I mean? We're Premier League, so you're sitting there like, really? Like, you know?
I'm asking though, even outside, are they really names? Like, if Ziyech goes back to Holland, is he like really like, yo, Ziyech is here? That's not no fanfare. And that's where he made his
They've
name.
had nothing but Akmal, Hikbal, Hanbal. Now all of a sudden they got what a young bro. That's bro. I'm telling you, bro. They've had nothing but. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, the league has had no type of injection of any type of semi-pro, any type of anything. Now all of a sudden it's got Ronaldo and Ziyech and Koulibaly and Kante, and then it's a stepping stone. And then then it will be you get me, bigger names, and then do you know what I mean? Like, what? Yeah, man, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, for me, it's like, saying you stupid, yeah, right, Jess, you're right. And Alex, I unblocked you on the other one, so you're unblocked, so you can get to whatever it is in it. If it's the Bruno thing, all right, cool. Get to it. What do you disagree with, Alex? And we can have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. I know what you're talking about. So what exactly is it? You know what I'm saying? Because this Bruno Defense League always about. But yeah, in regards to that, but it's like Arsenal trying to sign Havertz, us trying to sign Mount, Spurs trying to sign Gallagher. That don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even the bro. It's
That make no
they have
sense.
the goal
Go
to
on.
be like, nah, 60 million enough for Havertz. What? You man, hey, I don't want to play poker with Tom Bowley now. Rotted, bro. Like,
I don't know what's what. I don't get it. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But yeah, like in terms of the cheating, I don't think they're cheating. I think people are just hating because they would wish it was their club. Wouldn't you love the Saudi Arabian clubs to come to your team and take all the players you don't rate?
I said, I'm trying to get involved, bro. 100. I'm trying to get involved.
Who would you like to see them come and sign?
Henderson ASAP. Come and take Henderson.
Well, that's fantastic.
Quickly, like take him. They can take a Matip. They can take a Matip. They can take Adrian. Take Adrian off our hands, please. Paying this pussy your wages. Yeah, man. That's yeah. No, they're hungry for Salah. They're hungry for Salah. This depends the peas that they're talking in it. Like,
what would you say? Like, so if they were like, right, his 200 M's, you saying Salah buy?
Yes, 200 M's.
100 M's?
No, 200 M's. 200 M's.
So it has to be 200 or 150.
Yeah, or 150. Like something like I was gonna say life changing, but what yeah, I mean game changing. Like you have to that we could really like you know what I'm saying. 100 M's, unfortunately, in this market ain't that. You know them ones there, like. But,
yeah. Fairs. Ray, big up to Ray Mill. He says, ask Saint if he's a believer in Trent playing central midfield after the national team games.
Not after the national team games, no. Not like what Flawless said. It was like dead teams, bro. Come on, man.
These North Macedonia and Malta.
It's really not come on, man. Like these holiday destinations and that. It's not that. but
hey, if you holidaying in North Macedonia,
yeah, maybe not North Macedonia.
Fire your travel agent. You know
more as trust me, bear them man there on the beach and that. But no, like I just personally, just because of his attitude, do you know what I mean? And I can just see like a player, do you know what I mean? I just feel like he wants to express himself in a central midfield position. Let him do so. But if he is going to do so, then give him adequate cover, protect him. Do you know what I mean? Like really give him that midfield that he can actually go and express himself, and do you know what I mean? And not have to like, you know, have the pressures of others, and then that's where you'll start to see holes in his game and that. So
nah, facts. Nah, I hear what you're saying with it. I think it's a terrible idea for you, like overall.
Yeah,
like, in general. Like him inverting, I hear that. But like him like in central midfield. So it'd be say it's him, McAllister, Fabinho. That to me, that's just not it. When you're playing against better sides. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't see it happening. Like, yeah, if you're playing your Maltas and your North Macedonia, it's cool. I'm saying I seen Harry Maguire out there looking the hell accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And that.
But you know what? I wouldn't mind that so much, yeah. Because when you're playing your better sides, that's when you would have like say your Thiago coming. Do you know what I mean? Play man inverted. That's the type of squad in which I would like to have. Like man are talking about getting rid of Thiago and shit. I'm like, what at a time when you can now actually play him as, do you know what I mean? The chocolate sprinkling that he actually is, the Ferrari, do you know what I mean? Like let him come in for the big games and do you know what I'm saying? And see games out and that. Yeah, like I said, if you have it could work flawless. You just have to have all the pieces there.
The players around it.
Yeah. And I've started to sit down and think, you know what, Trent is good enough in order for you to be. There are a few players that you can switch your whole. Do you know what I mean? And he is good enough. But don't do that. Don't put him in the midfield in which you just said and just let him die in every game. You know them ones. That's when, yeah, like it's long. But if you actually strategically have a plan and it can work. But like. You have to have a plan. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to have the pieces around him and use these man. Don't get rid of Thiago and then do you know what I mean? And all of these, and then you're just putting man in the central midfield and then wondering why he's just getting run upon. Like it's mad.
Nah, fairs. I hear what you're saying. And to Alex, I seen you mention, you said the chance creation thing. What exactly with the chance creation thing? Because me and Terry's like a lot got said, so you're gonna have to be specific to jog my memory. But at the same time, I agree in the sense of him not being good enough to win us the league or Champions League. But right now he is. This don't make sense. He's either good enough to win us a Premier League and a Champions League, or he's not. So you're saying right now he is, but he's not being. See what I'm talking about? This is the type of thing this is the type of defense you hear of this guy. Now, this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. I agree in a sense of him not being good enough. No, you agree, you just don't want to agree with me. That's what it is. Because if he was that good, there would not be no conversation. The reason why we don't have these conversations about Alessandro Martinez and Casemiro is because they're of a certain quality. There's no debate whether they're good enough or not. There's a debate about him because he's not. I don't dislike him. It's not that. I want him to be as good as everyone makes out. So, and you'll have to be more clear in regards to the chance creation thing. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. Like, so you're gonna have to be more specific and more clear. And you lot stop beefing in the chat, man. Like, it's really not that deep. I was saying it's not. Let's see what else you lot saying as well. Saint, did you see Van Newsman jokes? Van Disney struggling versus Italy. I don't care what no one says. Back four is not it for Van Dijk no more. Van Dijk concern you? You reckon he can get back to around his best? What are you saying?
Nah, I did say that to you a while ago. I think he's on a slippery slope downwards.
Yeah, you did say that. You did.
I think, again, if you manage Van Dijk, I think he's fine. But it's managing. Do you know what I mean? You got to manage him, and you got to have adequate personnel in order to be able to take those reins off of him. Do you see what I'm saying? So, no, in terms of using Van Dijk in the manner in which we have done for the past few seasons, problematic, bro. Say the least, bro. Let me just tell you that one. Like, that's how I feel in it.
Nah, first, Alex says right now, if for where the club is at under Glazeonomics, if Qatar come in different conversations, just because we're under Glazers don't mean we can't go get better players. Because we went and got better players. We've had quality players under the Glazers. We've three-peated under the Glazers. We've won Premier Leagues under the Glazers. We've won a Champions League under the Glazers. We've won an FA Cup under the Glazers. FA Cups, I should say. We've won League Cups. We've won a Europa League. So we can go and get better players. Like, I'm not hearing that defense like, all right, because the owners are shit. All right, the owners are shit, so we're just not going to go and improve. Like, no, you don't hear this for any other players. See how no defensive this guy is this guy on the pitch. It's all he's not good enough right now, but he's good enough right now, but he's not good enough in the future. It's because we have the Glaze. No, he's just not good. Because Martinez, we all undisputedly did know he's good enough. And he's here under the Glazers. And he's one of the best centre-backs in the league. We have Casemiro, who's one of the best DMs in the league. We had one of the best defenses in the league for a reason. Like, what are we talking about here? We have one of the better managers. So why can't we go and improve and get better? Whether it's a player I rate or not, I'm saying go and get better. Because he is not good enough. And how many poor performances, I've seen him here long enough, how many poor performances does he need to put in where people go, right, he's not it. We all watched the FA Cup final where he was shocking. Another big game again. But people were hyped because he scored a penalty and that was it. And it wasn't only him, people, don't get me mistaken, but we're talking about him. And if someone asked me about another player, I'll give you my thoughts on them in that game too. Well, he's just not good. Like, I don't get what the issue is. No, this is always the defense of this guy. It's always just something with no dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Bro, majority of that was under Sir Alex. Dynamics of the club are different. All right, my point is we've still had quality players since Sir Alex left. Because we've had managers who have won stuff. Martinez and Casemiro here have probably been our two best signings post-Fergie. So this whole thing, we can't go and sign players is nonsense. Go get me a Martinez level to play as an attacking midfielder. Go get me a Casemiro level. It's possible. That's the aim. I want to talk about keeping the standards high. All right, that's the highest standard then. Go get players of that caliber all over the pitch. Bruno Fernandes is not that. And this is why we always get, you know what I'm saying, and that we always get this defense of him. Like, even when me and Terry was going back and forth, it's always chance creation or progressive passing. Just because a pass is successful does not mean it's a good pass. There's no stat to say a pass is good. If I'm passing the ball, a free ball through to Saint, and Saint has to break stride, rather if I played it correctly, he don't have to break his stride and he could have scored. The pass is still successful, but it's a poor pass. If I overhit my pass to Saint when he's out wide, and if I would have played the pass correctly, he would have been through on goal. The pass is still successful. I say this all the time. Just because a pass gets there does not necessarily mean the pass was good. You can be 10 out of 10. You can be 10. You can have 20 passes out of 20 passes completed. And all them passes were shocking. But they rated there. And then you could have someone who made 13 out of 30. But them 13 passes were played with care. And this always happens as well. Flawless, who's attainable in the market right now that's better than Bruno. Notice that, people. Not once has this man said anything about Bruno's ability. It's moving the goalposts. It's always deflections. Or the Glazers. Or who's better. Go and get better. Bruno's not the best 10 on the planet. He's not even the best 10 in the league, to be honest. There's players out there. So go and improve on him. Like I said, I'm tired of these Bruno guys in this defense. He's not good. Simple as that. He's not good enough for where we're trying to go. If me and Saint sit down right now and put together a team to go win the Premier League or Champions League using Premier League players, he doesn't even get in a conversation. Doesn't even get a mention. Don't even, what about? No. No, not even what about such? No. Guarantee who gets a mention. Martinez gets a mention. Whether he gets in or not is a whole different conversation. But Martinez will get a mention. Casemiro will get a mention. Varane will get a mention. That's it. Rashford, maybe. The rest of them, not a chance. The rest of them, not a chance. That's what it is. Hey, big up Ram in the cut as well.
Big up Ram.
Big up Ram. Yeah, no worries, Saint. I just seen that. Anything else you want to add? I'll drop Ram in the cut as always. Hey, Ram, if you want to jump on, let me know as well.
Yeah, because people's them. I got a mad thing tomorrow, so I've got
about.
But yeah, man. Ram, send Ram the link, man. It'll come Ram tagging. See it there? We keep it rolling. Yeah, nah, man. I ain't really got nothing else to say, man. It's been quiet on our side, and
it's been hella quiet, man. I'm surprised.
I'm not. Been said this in it, so like, but yeah, hopefully it warms up, man, and this director of football gets his finger out and starts making some moves, man. So see what's going on, but it is what it is, isn't it? Love peoples, as always, please make sure you're slapping that like button. And yeah, come on, 115 people watching, only 63 likes. Come on.
Yeah. Bump up that likes, people.
Come on. Pump up the likes. Pump it up.
The likes. Bump up the likes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But other than that, boy, boom. Love everyone. All of that. And yeah, boy. Hopefully, I'll be in better moods when we see each other next week, and I'm talking about some acquisitions and them thing there. Like, but allow the links, all these soft links and these caught in, and we're inquiring. Stop the inquiries, big man. Like just go and get it done. Get it done.
Yeah, man. Big up saying every single time. Ram, I've sent you the link as well. And to Trini, big up Trini Red Devil as well. Says Flawless. I think he's good enough coming off the bench for us, at least, bro. Here's the thing is, I've said this, yes. This is how you know I don't hate him. I don't have an agenda. I've said he's the new age Park Ji-sung. He's a spoiler. That's what he is. He's a player, to me, you use when you're not going to have the ball. And you need someone who's going to be energy and legs, whether that's in the midfield or whether that's you need him to do a job on a fullback, whether that's wide right, whether that's wide left. Very similar to what Park Ji-sung did. And Park Ji-sung's a fan favorite. Don't get him mistaken, and played his role in Manchester United being super successful as well. And Alex again deflecting. Who would you get over him right now, Flawless, that we can afford? Go find better. My point, because if Bruno Fernandes right now, God forbid, I don't want this to happen, got a career-ending injury, training tomorrow, would Manchester United go and sign a player to replace him? Yes. And if that player didn't work, we'd sign another player, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth, until we found one that worked. Because that's the same defense people use for David De Gea. Or who can we get who's affordable, who's good? There's players out there. I'm not a scouting department. I'm not a scouting network. So no, I don't watch enough football, but guaranteed if you give me that budget, I could find someone. So you can go and find someone, yes. 110% you can. But again, always deflections with this guy. When I say that, I'm talking about the defense of Bruno all the time. I look at that quick change in that. You know what I'm saying? My like Ram's in the building. Yes, Ram, what are you telling me, man? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Why did Say have to go, man? Like, what are we doing here, man? Why'd you go, man?
Yo, it's because you turned up late, fam. You know what I'm saying? If you was here an hour earlier, you would have been on with Saint. You feel me?
Yeah, I get that, but
I did message you that and was like, yo, Ram, like jump on. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's like,
yeah, man, you got stuff to do, fam. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say that. But yeah, large up everyone in the chat, man. What's everyone doing, man? How's everyone?
I'm blessed, man. How we doing? You know what I'm saying? How we doing? And just to Alex, who says, don't you think priority position should be addressed first? I think it is a priority position because it's down the spine of our team. Goalkeeper needs to be addressed. Midfielder next to Casemiro needs to be addressed. Striker needs to be addressed. I also think the number 10, or if you want to say number 8, needs to be addressed. It's right down the spine. The only players I'm happy with that play in the spine of our team are, ironically, the 3 players I mentioned: Martinez, Varane, Casemiro. So it has to be down the spine. But again, classic deflection. Because if I was here criticizing Martinez, and to anyone in the chat, the defense of him would be footballing reasons. We've had no footballing reasons as to why he should stay, or it's the Glazers. Who can we get that's better? And all this stuff. Like, what are we doing here? Yes, I was old enough and Bruno isn't better than Park Ji-sung. I'm not even saying he was better or he's not. That's a whole different conversation. I'm saying I see him in the same light. That's what it is. But moving on, we'll get to you, Ram. Trent, you want to see him play central midfield? Have you been impressed by him playing against North Macedonia and Malta? Do you want to see him play as a right back? Do you want to see him invert central midfield? Talk to us, man.
Look, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Looking at Twitter and everyone that's been going on Twitter writing down whatever they want to write, I think to myself, I get the hype, I get that he played well, but did he play against proper opposition or proper like midfield Donnies? And the answer to that is no. I know a couple of players from North Macedonia that play. I think Elimas who play.
You know players that play. Why? What leagues?
Yeah, one of the guys plays for Napoli, in it is Elmas or
okay,
Elimas. Yeah, he plays for Napoli. And I don't know if this guy plays for Macedonia is like Enis Bardi. He's also quite good at free kicks from La Liga. But again, it's something nothing to be excited about. I get he's playing in a way that is expressing himself and does what he does best, which is creating chances and doing what he can do from an offensive output. But I have to see it against opponents that will cause us a lot of problems. And England against North Macedonia, it's just going to be one-way street. England against Malta, one-way street. You saw the scorelines for both. Was it both of them more than 5 goals for England?
I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie, but carry on.
Maybe one of them was 4. Maybe one of them was one of them 4-0. So again, I'm okay with it at this moment. I'd rather Klopp and Liverpool find a way of getting the best out of Trent rather than putting him in a position where he leaves a massive hole and becomes detrimental for our team. If they can do that, great. I do believe you have to play a certain way for him to get the best out of Trent. But even if we do move Trent to midfield or do whatever, we still need to get 3 centre midfielders and a right back. That was still on my agenda. Well, right back / centre back. That was my agenda. Like I said, my agenda was we need 3 centre midfielders. We need a centre back, preferably a left-sided centre back, a backup right back as well, alongside a backup right winger. That's the areas that we need to address. And I know we can't get all of those players in one window, but for me, players that need to be there are the left-handed centre back and the 3 centre midfielders. The right back, I get we can offer a little bit, but there's still some quality right backs within the Premier League and even in the Championship that just went down. Kyle Walker-Peters, I'm quite happy with. Can I address Warrior's comment? He just made a comment right there, and it'll be a good segue to something that we talked about earlier.
Ram, are you frustrated with Liverpool being quiet in the market?
Yes and no. Yes to the fact that we don't act on it properly quickly. However, the players that we're linked to have bigger priorities. Like the players that we linked to, Kone, Thuram, Mickey van der Ven, and I can't remember. There's another player that I can't remember off the top of my head. They're all on international duty playing in the tournament. So most of them wouldn't be able to be signed because they have bigger priorities and it's understandable that they don't want to focus on club football. They want to focus on doing well for their nation. So I am frustrated to a certain extent. I wish we could have done it straight off the mark and to get it accepted and sorted. However, I'm not going to cry my head about it. And I see a couple of people on Twitter are starting to cry about it and lose their heads. And I'm just like, calma. Like, they have, huh?
That means relax. Hey, you ain't the only one who knows shit, but go on, carry on. You know
yeah. And oh God, Flores, I've got to address this. I've got to address this. You know,
address it. I'm listening. By the way, I'm just closing my window before all these flies.
We talked about this previously, Flawless. Yeah, we talked about this. Certain people on Twitter, and certain people have decided to talk about my boy Thuram.
Okay,
and look.
Your boy Thuram, yeah. All right, cool.
I've been talking about how I've been talking highly about this guy, yeah. And then look, I'm not gonna run rings around. I'm gonna say their name. My boy, he used to be my boy. Used to be my boy Ryan. Came on Twitter and already spouted out a piece of nonsense, which was,
what did he say?
If we get Thuram instead of Barella, I will have an agenda on Thuram from day one. And I'm like, I'm done backing you, man. I literally, I tried so hard to back you in every single situation.
You did.
But for the fact that you're gonna go at somebody who has nothing to do with the second outcome, as in we're not getting Barella, why would you have an agenda in the first place for someone who has the potential to be one of the best players in their position?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people from France and a lot of people who watch the guy rate him at a very, very high standard. And saying that Liverpool getting Thuram instead of getting Barella, and saying that you have an agenda against Barella is an absolute madness. The guy's a proven player. No, he's not a proven player. He's a proven talent. And he could go on to be one of the best midfielders in the world, in my opinion. Given the right circumstances and given the right tools of the manager, he could be a very, very, very good player for us. And a successful player in that. And people, I want to put this out there, right? I'm going to play devil's advocate right here. Why is everyone 100% sure that Nicola Barella will work in the Premier League?
Hey, see, this is why, even though you're a Liverpool fan, this is why I fucks with you. Talk about it.
Why? I need Flawless. You're a wise gentleman who knows a lot about Premier League during the 1990s, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Off the top of my head, from what I know, not many Italian midfielders do well in the Premier League. It's a fact.
I'm trying to think how many have actually been signed. They rarely
get signed. Because Italians have that knack of being loyal.
They want to stay in Italy. I'm trying to think. United, to my knowledge, have never signed an Italian midfielder. I could be wrong, though, people. Let me know.
And the only players that actually do work in the Premier League are mainly Italian forwards. Like you got your Franco Zola, Paolo Di Canio.
Facts.
You need to help me out here.
I think Ravanelli did his thing.
Ravanelli, what's his name? Gianluca Vialli. Rest in peace, Gianluca Vialli.
Yeah. One sec, I'll have a look now. I'm literally Googling it.
Even you could say to an extent Graziano Pella for Southampton, but he came from Eredivisie, but it's a different kind of thing. But I'm thinking off the top of my head, they're probably the best midfielder that came out of Italy is probably Jorginho. And then again, he divides a lot of opinions.
He does divide. There hasn't been many actually in terms of, I'm just looking here, sorry to cut you off in regards to Italian There hasn't been many. They don't leave often. Players who played over there, they don't leave. They don't.
And Ganga Deep, I did say Tonali is better than Barella, but that's only safe for Hussam. You know, I know Hussam loves Barella so much. Any way to get that guy riled up, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. But I love Tonali as a player. I think he's a good player, and I think he should leave because of circumstances. But that is what it is. But I get the whole we need a marquee signing to continue to compete. And I think personally for me, a manager like Jurgen Klopp deserves to have a marquee signing. I think you would agree with that, Flawless, as well.
Yeah. Because I think people have got this misconception that a marquee signing means the player's overpriced and bad. No, marquee signings can hit. Casemiro's a prime example. Casemiro was a marquee signing who hit people. What are we talking about? Yes, some of them go wrong. More of them go wrong than right, but there's nothing wrong with going to get a quote marquee signing. Van Persie was a prime example of that.
That don't mean you need to spend about 80 to 90 million pounds. You just need to sign a player that's proven, that's done his thing, that's won trophies, got that mentality about him. That don't have to be a 90 million pound player. It could be a 50 million pound or 60 million pound player.
Yeah,
it is what it is. That's how I see it. And I think the main issue is that Klopp has a certain type of player that he wants, and the fact that the board, whether it be Barella or whether it be Bellingham or whoever, he doesn't get what he ideally wants in his players, and it is a bit of a concern. And I think that's the only thing. That's literally the only thing me and Ryan agree on, is the fact that as a manager of Jurgen Klopp's standard, deserves the best because of what he's done for our club.
Nice.
And that I would say 100% that he deserves that. He deserves that.
No, that's fair enough. And I just want to get to something quick as well. You lot are giving me jokes in the chat. To Alex, just to clear this dead, yeah, he would be a good option off the bench. I agree. So you agree with me then on the Bruno thing. So all this noise and disagree with me. No, people just disagree.
What was this Park Ji-sung thing?
I just said that Bruno's the new age Park Ji-sung. That's how I look at him.
No.
Of course he is.
No, he's not.
How is he not? He's a spoiler.
Park Ji-sung is a sacrifice himself for the team. Bruno.
Yeah, that's what Bruno can do.
Bruno don't sacrifice himself.
No. You're getting it mistaken. I'm not saying that's what he does. I'm saying that's what he can do, because he's done it in parts.
No.
When we played, let me land. When we played Manchester City at home, that's what he did, playing out of position, and he did his job. When we played Barcelona away,
it won't be nice.
In Europa League,
it won't be nice.
You know why it won't be nice, Ram? Because he's a spoiler. Spoilers are not nice.
Yeah, but you can't play him as a Park Ji-sung kind of player.
What
does he have? Does he have the endurance of a Park Ji-sung or the physical to be a job?
Yes,
I don't know about that.
Say the last part again.
Does he have the physical bite? I think that's the big one, the physical bite, because Park Ji-sung has that bite in it. People forget.
I'm not saying to the level. I'm not saying, don't get it mistaken. I'm not saying he's of the level of Park Ji-sung. I'm saying to get the best out of him, you use him in the same way. Bruno is a spoiler. Park Ji-sung was a spoiler. I'm not talking about their levels. I'm talking about spoilers. Park Ji-sung was a spoiler. People want to do this revisionism. Guess what?
Are you talking about spoiling in the sense of a footballing sense or in a car sense?
No, when I say so, yeah, in a footballing sense, in terms of you're the attacking midfielder who makes your team tick. Deep line playmaker, for example. All right, we want to stop Ram getting on the ball and passing it forward. Bruno, that's your job. You stop him from playing. Same way Park Ji-sung did it to Pirlo. We played AC Milan in the game. This is well documented. And it was Park Ji-sung's job was when Pirlo gets the ball, harassing. That's what we watched Ander Herrera do it to Eden Hazard. We've watched Fred do it to De Bruyne before. Whether he succeeded or not is a different conversation. But when I say spoiler, I'm talking about that. Don't worry about on the ball. You're here to spoil the game for the opposition. And that's Bruno. But fullback. If you got an attack, we're playing a team and they're going to dominate us, and they got a fullback who's flying up the pitch. Bruno, that's your job to stop him. Because people love to do this revisionism on Park Ji-sung. Guess what? I'm old enough to have watched Park Ji-sung people. Park Ji-sung was not starting week in, week out. He was a squad player. Don't get me wrong.
He would start against the big teams.
Yes. It's very similar to Darren Fletcher. But when people do this misconception of, Park Ji-sung did not start week in, week out. That doesn't mean he wasn't a good player. That doesn't mean he didn't get goals and assists and get man of the matches and play his part. But that's how I look at Bruno. Use him in that role because he's energetic. All his best attributes are off the ball. So it's kind of like use him in the same sense. If we're playing, say, we're playing Liverpool and they're going to dominate the ball and Thiago's getting on the ball and he's dictating play. Hey, Bruno, stop Thiago from doing that. That's your job.
It won't work.
No, I'm not saying whether it works or not. I'm saying, but that's his job. Park Ji-sung did that.
I don't know if because you still need that tactical nous about you to know when to press and know when to close down the person. Do you think he has that?
Yeah. I hear you, but that's when I'm saying that. So just to say, I said all that to say this. Alex said, yeah, it'd be a good option off the bench. I agree. So you agree with me. People just don't like the fact that I talk about their favorites like this and it's hero. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying, all right, legit. That's what it is. Let's see what else you are saying. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Alex. He can, and that's why when we play the bigger teams, I advocate for him to start. That's why I don't want to hear no agendas. When I'm saying when we play certain teams, I'm like, play him wide right, play him wide left.
I need to ask you, back to the Thuram and Barella thing that Ryan talked about.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on it?
Probably just go against whatever Ryan's saying, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, anytime he agrees with me and when I say something, I'm worried.
No, but concerned. Just from that statement alone. Should I read the statement as in?
Yeah, read the statement. Read the statement.
As the actual.
And just before you go on, people, I'm not saying that Bruno is better than Park Ji-sung. So stop comparing the two and talking about discipline and him being mobile. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I look at them in the same ilk because they have similar attributes. That's what I'm saying. Do I personally think Park Ji-sung is better at it? Yes. But can Bruno do a job? Yes, because I've watched him do it before. He did it this season. I watched him do it twice. And he's done it. Yeah, I watched him do it twice this season. I'm like, huh? But yeah, go
on. He said, if we get Thuram instead of Barella, then I have a Thuram agenda from day one.
That's him. Idiotic. Why would you not want a player coming to Liverpool Football Club to do the best he possibly could be? Why could you
has
not?
Potential.
You know what I'm saying? And that, like, why would you not want him? Why would you have an agenda against your player? And Alex, yeah, is cool. Obviously, I got caught off on the terrace. There's no disrespect to the terrace or Terry. There's 5-6 other people over there. We got to move the show on. And it's tough to get everything across because it's in depth. That's why I do shows here as well. But yeah, I'm not saying people automatically hear Bruno criticism and think, I think he's trash. No, there's a role for him to be played. Squad player off the bench. And say we're playing Liverpool away and Robertson's bombing up and down the left-hand side. Hey, Bruno, yo, man, stop Robertson. Don't worry about getting on the ball. Stop Robertson. Or if it's Trent and he's not inverting. Or let's say Trent is inverting. Lovely example. Hey, Bruno, stop Trent getting on the ball and playing it forward, please. That's your role. I trust him to do that more than probably anybody else bar Fred in our team. So, yeah, but back to what you're saying about that. That makes no sense. That's just silly from him. And then he wonders why people don't take him seriously. Why would you do that? Whether you rate a player or you don't like. I don't like Mount. But if we do indeed sign Mount, I'm not going to be like having an agenda from the jump. I'm going to give him ample time to prove me right or prove me wrong. I know I'm going to be proven right, but I want to be wrong. I want him to be here and be world class. Like every player.
You'll be right, but you want to be, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Mason Mount. I know I'm going to be proven right. 100%. It's the most obvious I'm going to be right since Cristiano Ronaldo. And then for those that have been here long enough, no, when that was announced, me and Statman Baines, I believe, was it my channel or his? It was either on my channel or his when it got announced. And Baines jumped out of his chair. The clip's still flowing about now. And he's like, Flawless, why are you not gassed? I said, this is a terrible idea. Look what happened. Before he got here, I was like, this is a bad idea. But hey, yo, we move. You know what I'm saying? Over 120 of you lot in the building. Hey, we're only at 77 likes, man. Get us up to 90 likes, people. And hit the subscribe button as well, because you're clearly here enjoying the content. Continue to get your questions in. Please keep it Manchester United or Liverpool related as well. We're at 6,910. We're looking for 5 new subscribers now. 5 new subscribers, and it's 6,000, and we're aiming to get to 6,915. That's all we're asking for is 5 over 125 of you lot. So yeah, let's bump up them likes, like check 1212, and subscribe to the channel, like I stated. Ram, anything else you wanted? You always got a lot to say, so I know you got more you want to get off your chest. The floor is yours.
Nah, man, I'm gonna be a bit patient this season because I'm hearing people say, "Oh, we're gonna sign 3 midfielders and we're gonna sign a centre back and do this and do that," and I'm just gonna be like, "Let's see what happens first, then we'll get a better gauge." It's not ideal that under-21 World Cup is playing, and a lot of the players that we're linked with are playing there. But I want to see what happens. And then if we come to the end of the window and we only sign 2 midfielders, or even 3 midfielders and not a centre back, or 2 midfielders and a centre back, then I'm just going to have big questions about the season, whether we're actually going to be more or less back. You know, like I said, the minimum transfer I needed was 3 midfielders and a centre back. Ideally, left-sided centre back. If we were a big club, we would have addressed getting a backup right back and a backup right winger. But clearly, seeing as though we're going to push it on further and further and further, it's not good, man. It's not good. That's how worrying it is for me at this moment in time, because I can see so many holes in this situation. But I'd rather wait until I have all the information provided in front of me and then make my statements, you know, because I can't just be guessing what's going to happen. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not ITK. I'm just going to react to the news.
Facts.
That's how I am.
There's no ITKs over here, people. There's no one claiming to be ITKs. We getting the information at the same time as you. So just to clarify that, I need to make that clear. I don't have no inside knowledge or inside source of the football club. My opinion is my opinion only. I'm not being told or fed information. However, if someone wants to drop the bag to get PR, let me know. The contact emails on the YouTube, people. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Ram, the centre back situation at Liverpool. What's your thoughts on it? Who do you think Liverpool would get? And are you concerned about Van Dijk's defending?
Good question. That I was hoping to answer that. So I was hoping that Flawless would have starred that, and thankfully he kind of did, which is very good. Big up Flawless on that part.
Of course, but I got you, so, man. I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like I said with the Virgil van Dijk thing. The Van Dijk that we knew of, that we rated so highly for, is gone. He's not coming back. And that's massive, because him as a stature him at his best was phenomenal. And people saying, what are we going to do with Van Dijk? Well, I'm not going to be stressed about it. Do you know why? Because from the most part, he performed almost 2 roles at the same time. And we focused on him so much that, yeah, he almost did do 2 roles. Now it's time for us to get 2 very good centre-backs rather than relying on 1 incredible centre-back. Have a proper partnership. Have someone next to Konate. Because Konate is very young. He's still about 23, 24. Get someone around that age. And then build that partnership up for the next 10 years.
Talk about
that. That's how the big clubs run. That's how they act. I am concerned about Van Dijk's defending, and I believe that he should be limited in his game time. He should be playing maximum once a week, or sometimes once every other week, depending on how he's performing. I think he's come to the point where he's got them silk robes on. He's now doesn't have that pressure behind him, and I think he needs a little bit of a kick on the backside. And many people are saying Van Dijk has been Van Dijk's finished and all that kind of stuff. I don't think he's finished. I think the player that we knew and highly rated is gone. But he's still a good centre back. You know,
you're saying still now he's good. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, because you're at such a high level for such a long time. Say you're like if we're gonna go off like FIFA ratings, like he's like 90 or 92 rated,
Right. Yeah.
He's now gone down to around about 86 or 87 rated player,
which is still very good, but it's not 90, 92.
Yeah, he's not the player that we used to know, and a lot of rival fans should be happy about that. But that's when you have to say the likes of Konate have to step up, and to an extent, Ibrahima Konate has stepped up. He's acted more at times, acted as a man rather than a boy learning his game. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, I rate Konate highly. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Konate. I hate the fact that you lot have him. I think I'm sold.
Bro, these French players are there's something else, man.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yo, why are we not pulling up to Clairefontaine and just being like, all right, let's just sign what they're bringing out that factory, bottle that up, sign the super serum formula for those that are marble heads.
Worried on the centre back situation. My ideal centre back is not available. I don't think he's available. I don't think my club's going to be going after him. But a lot of people have shunned this name away, and I'm kind of surprised they have. That is Benjamin Pavard.
Yeah, he's for what? A centre back? Nah. I know we just waxed lyrical about French players, but he's the one. You know what he's like? He's like, you see at Sarcasm City TV, we have all quality content creators. And then
don't call him Ryan. Don't call him Ryan. No.
He's nowhere. He's nowhere near Konate, and you know that.
I know that, but
he's nowhere near Saliba, and you know that.
I know that, but there's I'm going off the fact of what I've seen of him, and this is gonna sound a hella biased. From what I've seen of him at Stuttgart, he was a player, and he played in the back three. I had the license to go forward and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, my preferred centre back ain't available. If Liverpool had the facilities and I was sporting director, go to Dortmund and pick up Nico Schlotterbeck.
For me, Schlotterbeck, yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah. Like if people are asking for a fast left-sided centre back who can play on the ball and is very good going forward, go get him.
Yeah,
the amount of times he bombs forward for Dortmund because he has that technical ability. I'm for it, but I wouldn't say no to Pavard, honestly. As a backup, 100%. Backup to Trent, 100%. You know,
I don't still think it is, but hey, each to their own, man. You know what I'm saying? With Benjamin Pavard. To Mohammed who says flawless. Why didn't we get linked to midfielders? Clearly, we're weak in that department. We have been linked to the midfielders. You might just not like the midfielders we've been linked to, but we've been obviously Mason Mount and the backup, according to Fabrizio Romano, and he's tweeted about this a couple times. Lavia is the backup option, which I absolutely love.
Bro, everyone's cooking me for the Pavard comment. Look,
you deserve to be cooked, fam.
I have to back my former Stuttgart players, man. I have to, man.
Yeah, man. We know where the biasness comes from. But we know in it. It's just why Stuttgart your German team.
Yeah, that's my fam's team. Because they're from Ulm, and their closest team. Well, technically, Ulm. They have a team called Ulm, like SSV Ulm, but they support Stuttgart. So
okay,
yeah.
First. Are you part German?
Well, is my mum's cousin from Germany.
Okay, so, yeah. All right. So there's some German somewhere in your bloodline, then.
Bro, like I learned recently that my dad's family are from Denmark as well, and they have family in Norway. Like they've got family everywhere, man. America, Canada, Denmark, Norway, Germany, Australia. Like it's mad.
First. I was saying in that.
Yeah.
Fairs. I fully hear what you're saying. Where else we are? But yeah, in regards to the midfielders, Mohammed, like I said, we've been linked with Mount, obviously, and then Lavia is the backup. If Mount the deal, so I'm hoping the Mount deal don't happen and we do indeed sign Lavia, because that's an improvement in that area. I do agree, though, Mohammed. We still need further improvements. We need much more. Like we do, we still would need a major upgrade on Eriksen in that area. I want bare minimum 2 midfielders. Bare minimum. And then that 4 of Casemiro, Eriksen, and 2 more is good. For the reports came out, obviously, well, yesterday, technically now, that Fred could be leaving, McTominay could be leaving. This is good. We heading in the right direction. That's what I would say. Rain and Entertainment says, Fabrizio broke the news of the window tonight. What's the news? What did I miss? What did he actually break? What did he break?
I don't know. after Monty's stream where people said that Fabrizio said something, then nothing was really said. I'm like, yeah.
That's it. And then someone asked me before as well. I forgot to star it. So if you're still in the chat, pop back up about, when is the time to get concerned? Is like worried? Is it pre-season? Is it after that? Like I say, just pre-season. Once we start going up pre-season, if we sign nobody, that's when you can kind of look at it. But Manchester United do bad business. So why are you worried? I mean, no, why are you worried? Why are you surprised? Manchester United have shown us year in, year out, we're terrible in the transfer window. It's like getting mad at Ryan for saying dumb stuff. We know he's going to say dumb stuff. We've been around him for long enough. It's like going to his Twitter. You see some stupid ass tweets with that stupid ass, you know what I'm saying, profile picture with that stupid ass shirt and his stupid ass face and his stupid ass hair and his stupid.
Okay, let's not go too far now.
You know what I'm saying? I'd just be surprised. Him and his stupid Luigi mustache. Like, of course, why are we shocked? You know what I'm saying?
You need to cook him that badly.
Nah, he deserves to be cooked, man. The joke, man. Don't act about. I'm just saying all that. I'm going over the top just to show people like Manchester United have been doing this. We've been doing like this is nothing new. Bear in mind, I'm the only one who can say that about Ryan people because that's little bro. But like that's what it is. We've been doing. It's not like we've been doing great business the past 10 years, and then all of a sudden we've got to the window and it's like, oh shit, we do bad business. Even the last window, which I think was actually a success, and I do indeed like. Look at how it went. Casemiro was late. Anthony was late. Martinez was option B. Eriksen, even though he was a free and we didn't even have to negotiate with the club, took its time. Malacia we got wasn't even early, to my knowledge. He was actually, let me know out of the signings we made in the summer window, people, how many of them were actually like early. I know Malacia played preseason games, but that being said, that's from a division 10 Hag knows, and it was 12 mil. So we do bad business. So it's like, I just wouldn't be surprised. And Takai says, I wish I could be as calm, collected as you, Flawless. I'm not a reactionary fan, but I'm hyped for the takeover. Be hyped. But I think this just comes with age. If I was doing this 10 years ago, I'd be like you lot. But because I've been seeing all the highs and seeing all the lows, I'm just like, all right. And it's just my character anyway. Yeah, Emma, you right. See, Malacia was going Leon. Because we got linked with the other fullback, the German done. What's his name? Is it Ram? R-A-U-M. Is it Ram? We got linked with him. He's a fullback, right?
Yeah. He's not that good, but yeah. He's not that good.
I remember because I did a stream on it. So I remember I was like, yeah, getting linked with him type of thing. So it's like, people just, I'm not saying be like me, but it's like, because I'm like this, like in life, like outside of football, I'm just chilled out as it is anyway. So it's like, I got life stuff to stress about, people. That's why. I got real genuine stuff, not this club who don't care. Because we know the Glazers don't care. And they've shown you who they are. If someone shows you, or a club shows you who they are, believe them. We've done bad business for years. Even when Fergie sold, arguably, we sold one of the best players in the world and signed Antonio Valencia, who's a good player, Michael Owen, and Gabriel Obertan. What does that tell you, people? Michael Owen, Gabriel Obertan, and Antonio Valencia, and we sold at the time a record fee for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Fuck Owen.
You know what I'm saying? Say that again?
Fuck Owen.
Oh, yeah, shit, you don't like Michael Owen, innit? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he's a Premier League winner here.
Shut up, man. Some smart-ass comment.
You got smart-ass comment? Me?
Yeah.
What did man told me shut up, you know? This guy. Rams never told me shut up, you know.
Nah. When it comes to Michael Owen, nah, bro, he's up. He's an actual
I didn't even
up.
say that. I asked you a question. I said, why? Because he won the Premier League with us. Is that what it is? Talk to us, man.
No,
Get this off your chest, man.
Let's move on. Move on. Move on.
Yo, Ram really don't like man, innit? All right, cool. Shout out Michael Owen, innit? Premier League.
Like, the first game he came to Anfield, I hope to God Jamie Carragher clattered into him. That's what I wanted. You get me? Just fully, just forget the ball, man. Just smack him in it.
Bad disrespect, man. Don't be shut up on my own channel.
I don't like telling people to shut up on their own channel, but nah, that one just really.
I didn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even say, man said, yo, I want to hear no smart ass comment. I just asked the question. I didn't even say shit.
Michael Owen, don't do it. I don't have that much hate for Fernando Torres. Technically, Fernando Torres was the first person that actually broke my heart.
What is it? All right, talk about it. First heartbreak. This is
no.
good.
I don't need to talk about that. I don't need to talk about that.
You don't need to talk about it.
Nah, because then after he left, then the cannibal came along. So it is what it is.
Why don't you want to talk about it, man? This is a safe space, man. It's cool.
Nah, I don't need to talk about it because the cannibal came along, and then I forgot about Torres.
First,
you know who I'm on about, right?
Who's the cannibal? Who? Oh, Suarez.
Yeah.
See. Okay, first. Fair enough. All right, let's see what else you lot are saying as well. You lot are just running bants. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. Owen didn't score the league-winning goal at Anfield. I would have remembered this shit. He didn't do that. That's the one thing I wanted him to do was score at Anfield. That's the one thing, but he never did it. Yeah, of course
he did.
But he never did it. But you know who did, man? Shout out John O'Shea, man. You know what I'm saying? Legend. Yeah, man. It's crazy. All right, let's see. All right, final few questions. We're closing out in the next 5-10 minutes, people. You know what I'm saying? Because Ram is clearly getting ratty because he's tired, so he needs to go bed. Let's pump up the likes, subscribe.
Yeah, you're after that Michael Owen comment. You're on something different right now.
What Michael Owen comment did I say? What did I say?
You had to mention Michael Owen with a league title. That's it.
No, I asked the question.
How much did he contribute? How much did he contribute to that league title? He
played a handful of matches.
No. How much did he contribute?
I need to remember what season did he win it?
2009, 2010-11.
Was it 10-11? Wait, that was part of the three-peat, right?
No.
Oh, it was the other season. I'm trying to remember who was in the team. See, so many Premier League titles, I don't know. I'm trying to remember who was in that team. What is that about? This guy.
Hey, so many league titles. Yeah.
It is, yo. All these things merge into one. I'm sorry that I've seen so much success. This bothers people when I say this. I don't know why it bothers people that I say I've seen a lot of success. It's not my fault I've seen like 10 Premier League titles.
Yeah.
It's all my memories, you know what I'm saying? Not the greatest. That's what it is. Obviously, I remember winning goals at Anfield, but like other than that, that's it. You feel me? It was really Berbatov. Oh, was it the white kit with the black with the AIG on the front?
Oh, yeah, it was Rooney, Berbatov, and Chicharito.
Yeah, he contributed.
No, he didn't.
He did. Let me check his numbers right now, man. This guy.
Rooney, Berbatov, Chicharito.
Let me check.
I remember those three contributing.
Man. Let me see. Michael Owen. Let's see this shit. Check this right now. I'm saying, all right, cool. Let me see this. What did you say? It was 10-11, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He played 11 matches.
Oh, my God. So Naby Keita contributed to us winning the league title then, yeah?
Of course, he did. Might not be a massive contribution, but he contributed. You know what I'm saying? You did enough to get a medal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my days. So then Curtis Jones contributed.
How many matches did Curtis Jones play? How many matches did he play? No, because 5 is less than 11. You're a smart guy. 5 is much less than 11. Like, no, 5 matches. No, 11, yes.
Nah, you're.
What?
What?
Moving on. You're so mad. You're letting your anger, you know what I'm saying, cloud your judgment here. And it's okay. On. That's what I'm here for.
Moving on.
It's to help you to get through this. You know what I'm saying?
Moving on.
Like, yo, you wanted to. I'm just saying, you said how much did he contribute? So we had the conversation. Just because you don't like the answer is not my fault, but I'm here to help you through it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Let's
like,
move
it's
on
okay,
now.
man. It's the 5 stages of grief. You know what I'm saying?
Let's move on now.
First step is denial. But yes, we'll move on. Hey, 2-2 chat. I don't like this, man. You know what I'm saying? You said, Lord, flawless is. What is this? Is a troll I've clocked. How am I a troll? Explain 2-2 chat. Why am I a troll for asking questions?
Now, but you know how to press people's buttons. Probably I can't even get my words out today.
This guy.
Head's gone. I'm done.
Why's your head going?
I can't even speak. I can't speak. I can't speak.
I didn't even say no wild.
I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak.
How? Hey, 2-2 chat. You can't drop this and then down and then bounce. You know what I'm saying? And that. What's going on? How are you gonna say I'm a troll? I've clocked and then not. We need receipts. I'm tired of this slander on my name. You know what I'm saying? This is defamation of my good character. This is not what we're doing. Yeah, Rams is on one today. I don't know what it is and that. I was asking questions. What do you mean I know how to push people's buttons? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean by that, fam? Talk to us, Rams.
Go, fam. Go. Just go. Keep it moving, man.
I want to know, yo, in it. Like, you lot in the chat, what's going on, man? I don't like this shit. You know what I'm saying? I say, man played 11 matches. You contributed. You feel me?
Yeah, contributed.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with Rams today. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That Michael Owen was like, I just asked. I didn't know it was such a sus spot. I legit didn't. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, man. I'm looking here. Yeah, he played 19 matches in the first season.
Okay, man, we get it.
And then one in the first. Now, if it was 2011, 2012, we won the league. I'd be like, yeah, he didn't contribute because he played one match. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man. Can we move on now?
But yeah, we can move on, Rams. What do you want to talk about before we do indeed close out, my friend?
We talk about Ryan. We could talk.
I said, let's just talk about Ryan.
About Ryan. I'm lost. My head's gone.
I don't know why your head's so gone off this, man. I don't even know what happened. And hey, 22 chat, you can't be just saying stuff about me in my own chat and then not even responding. And what do you mean by that as well? I ain't letting you get off like that. No. We ain't doing that about all I know. Whose buttons do I push?
Whoa, for one point. You know how to push. You know how to press Lewis's buttons.
Wait, Carefree Lewis?
Yeah.
When do I press Lewis's buttons? When does this happen?
Whenever. You know how to press you know how to press my buttons.
This is the first time this has happened with me.
You know how to press Saints buttons.
All right, give me an example. Was you just saying these are a whole load of accusations? How do I press Saints buttons?
Well, it's just the way you say it, isn't it? It's just.
What do you mean the way I say?
The way you say your little daggers in such a nonchalant way is just pushes people's buttons, isn't it?
So what do you mean? Wait, the way I sound?
Yeah, it's too calm. There's no. You just say it calmly, and it's annoying. It's annoying.
What you mean?
I don't know. My head's gone right now.
Ram's finished. I don't know what Ram talking about, people. But all right, we gonna close out the show anyway. Now get us up to 100 likes, man. We're at 94 likes. Get us up to 100 likes.
Hey, don't doubt the damn is right. Lewis was bored with the press button.
Yeah, I don't press Lewis. He be getting on me about freaking mountain stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he be on.
Yeah.
But yeah, hit the like button, people. Get us up to 100 likes. Hit the subscribe button. We're at 6,911. Still over.
Speaking of pressing buttons,
go on.
Lewis knows how to press people's buttons.
Yeah. He takes the piss. Yeah. He takes the piss. That's someone. I'm not like him. That's him.
That stupid smirk as well. Yeah. You know I'm on about the stupid smirk that he has.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's Lewis. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's like. That's not me though. You know what I'm saying?
And his stupid Christensen prop as well, man.
Yeah, the AC penitentiary was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. And Black Diamond said it's the laugh after. Yo, it is what it is, man. I'm hilarious. Like, I be laughing at my own jokes. Like, it is what it is. I don't know why Rams got so pressed. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? And people just throwing wild accusations at me in the chat.
Watch how tomorrow I'll be like, why did I get pressed?
Yeah, I have no idea why you got pressed, man. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently befuddled. But all right, we're going to close out here. Ram, anything you want to add before we close out?
Let's hope that Ryan says something quite good this time.
He ain't gonna say shit good, man. He's always a fool.
Because I even saw Stroll speak to Ryan, tell him just to calm, have patience, and I was like, Damn, Ryan, you really have got people against you at this point.
Facts. People
And
laugh.
I feel like I'm the only one that's backing you, and maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah, because more fool you. Why are you backing him? Why?
Just seems like a nice guy in it.
Right, we just don't know him well enough. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Anyways, love to everyone that's locked in. We're back tomorrow. Just the one stream tomorrow, people. Wednesday. So tomorrow, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A at midnight. So we'll be answering all your sporting questions. Then Thursday, you will get the Man United podcast, the solo dolo one. I might try to get a special guest discussing all things Manchester United. Then 8:30 p.m. on the Thursday, you will get the Sarcasm City Sports fan calling show. That's on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. And then midnight, you're going to get absolute blockbuster show on Thursday at midnight. The Manchester United Arsenal show with myself and Cam talking all things Manchester United, talking all things Arsenal. Hopefully that Kai Havertz deal has gone through by then. Then Friday, you get the earlier Q&A, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, 4:30 p.m. And then after that, you at 10:30 p.m., you'll get the Man United podcast with myself and Eddie, part 2 of the player ratings. We did part 1 last Friday, part 2 coming up this Friday. And then Saturday, you will get, which is always a blockbuster show, the other crossover, the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show, Man United, Ballers at the Bridge, talking that Tottenham talk. So you know that's going to be crazy. And then Sunday, to end your weekend as always, the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A right here on the YouTube at midnight. All the things I just mentioned are all on the upcoming live stream schedules as well. Also on the Twitch. I'll probably run pro clubs on a couple of those days. But yeah, keep a lookout. Big up to everyone who called into the fan calling show earlier. Big up for Ram for joining. Big up to Saint, as always. I'm saying, people. And this has been the Manchester United Liverpool show live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.